Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we're playing Unity of Command. So we are playing the Stalingrad campaign as the Germans, and we are trying to take Astrakhan here for the second time because the first time didn't really work out for me. So we did win, but we didn't win really enough, I would say. So yeah, let's check out the map here again and see whether we can do better this time. So the basic scenario is we want to get down here with our forces by turn 5 ideally, or somewhat earlier if we can. So our initial strategy last time was to cut off the Soviets from their supply sources up here in the north, specifically from this one running here along this way. And that does work. It is very nice and you can achieve a win that way. But I'm not sure whether it's a good enough win because we are not earning any points in that regard. And the basic issue with this is to cut this off, we basically need, let's take a look at this, we need probably 2 turns to get towards the river. So turn 1, turn 2, on turn 3 we could probably cross the river, and only on turn 4 would we be able to actually cut the railway line. And that means on turn 5 they'd be out of supply for 1 turn, which doesn't really do that much for them. On turn 6 they'd be out of supply for 2 turns, which does more. And only on turn 7 do they actually lose any organization. And that's nice, but turn 7 is a little bit late. That's pretty much a normal win for us. So that doesn't really work, and we have to think about what we can do alternatively. So I think one thing that we might try is if we crossed over here, I think we cut this railway line pretty convincingly on this single turn. So that might actually what we want to do over here to get here. Try to cross here at turn 2 and then cross completely and just try to capture this as rapidly as possible. The alternative way that we could try is simply come down here with at least the force of, basically at least 2 very quick units, so probably this tank and this motorized division, and then we could reinforce them every second turn. We won't have enough supply to get down here all the time, but if we air supply 1 unit every turn, then it will only be out of supply for 1 turn, and again, out of supply for 1 turn doesn't really do that much against us, so yeah. Well, let's try to cross over here and then see whether we can do more damage there. So I think the first thing that we probably want to do then is you have already some stuff. So let's bring you over here, and that should already do a little bit for us. Can resupply you, and that's okay. Right, and then we should definitely still bring out a couple of our forces this way, try to circle around everything over here, and just make their life a little bit more difficult. And I think what we probably should be doing, I'm going to bring you over here and you over here, so that means you can attack. Destroyed. Now, well, that was a mistake then, with you. This motorized division over here. Well, we can still conduct a strike over here. Potentially on this guy, because typically they'll be trying to break through over there. And that of course is not very good for us. You should probably entrench. And that does allow us to bring this guy in over here and deal some damage there. Right, very lovely. Could attack here, but that won't do anything for us really. Okay, fine. And you know what? We're gonna recycle this unit so that these guys can be, supported. And of course we're gonna increase the supply range over here, and that's gonna be our turn. Let's see what the Soviets are gonna do. They are going to try and break through over here. I don't think they'll be able to go very far though. Ooh, oh, some hefty losses there. Russians are strengthening their position down here, which is not much of a surprise. Also coming in here, notice how well they are dealing with that. Right. You, sir, can go over here, and then next turn you'll be able to cross. This time we really can't cross, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, that's just the way it is. Right, we definitely should be trying to get over there. And ideally... Wait a minute, it's over here. I bet we can't... Well, we could get over there, and that would mean they're out of supply. And that I think is an important task. So let's do exactly that. Right, this tank can come down here. You can certainly make your way sort of this way. Should of course do this. No one is really out of supply except for this guy, so let's resupply him. And yeah, that does allow us to 0. Let's come down here, let's attack. 5 kills in action, that's very, very lovely. And then yeah, let's have a look at how far do our supplies go. Well, it doesn't really make any sense to go this far if over here we can get resupply, so yeah, let's not do that. Let's instead bring you down here, and I think we can risk an attack here. 2 suppressed, 5 good in action, rest overrun, attack again, destroyed, overrun, very lovely. You can't move further, that's a little bit unfortunate. You can move in here, you can be resupplied by 1 guy, 3 guys, and you're gonna be alright. Right, so these guys will start to suffer a little bit. That should be okay. So then they'll be trying to cut us off. I don't think they'll be doing that well. We are being cut off over here, but again these guys are now out of supply, so they should start to suffer accordingly. And I'm really tempted to see whether we can cut off this position over here. Yes, so now they should be out of supply from over there. They still have this piece, but supply won't be able to trickle down there sufficiently, I think. So yeah, that should be okay. Over here we are fine. They are starting to see the effects of being out of supply, so that's nice. I guess we could move over here. And these guys, well, generally I think it should be coming down, but that's not what we're doing right now. Yeah, well the issue really is down there. And we are losing supplies over here. Right, so let's come up over here. Let's do an air attack on this guy. 2 killed in action, nice. Destroyed and overrun, that's very lovely. 4 killed in action, good stuff. Very good stuff over there. Right, so how far do we want to advance? I think over here is okay. Yeah, that should be okay. Good. Let's resupply over here. Okay, he's running way away. You don't have any attacks left, so that's very nice. Good. Good so far. Right. So, you are starting to be... Why are you in supply? That's funny. Right, let's come over here. Let's start dealing some damage this way. Lovely. Okay. Bring up our tanks further. So we are in turn 4. Ideally by next turn we'd like to take them out. So, well, I think what we need to do then is we need to resupply. And I think we need to resupply you so that you're gaining your strength point. That's very lovely. And then how far can you come up? Let's come down here. You could take these out, nearly take these guys out. So let's attack. Ah, damn it. No effect there. 5 killed in action and overrun. Lovely. Do 1 more damage point over there. Just 1 point further would be so great. Just to get 1 point further would mean that next turn we'd be able to advance. Well, we can't stay in supply, so we do need to move in more aggressively here. We should have advanced a little bit more, because I'm afraid now they'll move in front of us, and that means we cannot advance on the enemy directly over there. Up over here everything seems to be more or less in order, so let's simply do a couple of things here so that we'll be sure to be in supply. You'll not be able to reach down here anyway, so I think it's pretty fine if we don't do that actually. So yeah, let's advance with this guy. These guys can't attack anyway, remember, so we'll probably be fine doing this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so they don't have any attacks either. They are starting to lose a couple of their points. These guys are now totally out of supply. How come you are still in supply? Very, very weird. Okay, so the main issue is now down here. So can we advance into here and take these guys out? You, I think, are this unit is a little bit stronger. This unit, even if we take them out, we'll not be getting anywhere, so we don't even need to reinforce these guys. Up over here we can probably do whatever and still get away. Still get away with that. I was supposed to say, there we go, destroyed, overrun. Overrun, nice. You still have an attack point. Attack there. Okay, so all of that is more or less irrelevant. Destroyed and overrun, nice, but irrelevant. Okay. Yeah. Right. Just make sure that we have someone on that supply line. Okay. Irrespective of that, the important thing here is in the south. Of course, we can do this as well. Still will not be in supply, so that's okay. But yeah, what do we do down here? So I think we should resupply this gentleman because he has a little bit less strength. You would have 40% chance to defeat these guys, as would you. Now, these guys here are a little bit stronger, aren't they? I mean, these have 5 pips, these do have 5 pips, but they are they are also in a city. So we should actually try to do our attack over here, but it has terrible odds, so what we're gonna do is gonna try to attack over here. 40%, 80%. Okay, let's try this. Destroyed, but not overrun. Ah, that's very unfortunate. And now we will not be able to breach, but we didn't. So close, just so close. Oh, we should have moved this guy. Okay, we'll be able to knock them out now, but it's going to be a little bit too late. It's not going to be a brilliant victory here. So yeah, let's simply resupply you. You'll be able to knock them out, I hope. Destroyed and overrun. And there we go. Well, on turn 6, it's still 50 prestige, so I'm going to continue the campaign from this point on. And that's nice. It wasn't brilliant. It could have been much better. Just one more turn if we'd been a little bit faster. But you know what, guys? Sometimes it's just like this. So, yeah. I think we have to go to the next 2 and last 2 scenarios. One is Baku, where they have a terrible amount of Soviet infantry. Or even Kubyshev, which is also more infantry than that. I think Kubyshev we're gonna do first because it is historically the first one. Of course, all of this is way beyond where the Germans historically got to. They only got to basically Terek down here. They didn't even capture any of these areas. And in this scenario, they would have actually cut off the Soviet south from the Soviet north, which is again much further than historically was done. So. Only 2 scenarios left. We do have about 1,000 prestige, so I think we are going to be able to spend that on quite a couple of funny units down here in Baku and Kubyshev. But that's going to have to wait until next time, so for now I say thank you very much for watching and see you guys next time. Do leave a like and all of that if you want. Bye bye.